Good morning, you guys. I am so excited for this year. I had a really crappy night last night. If you've ever experienced sleep paralysis, that is what was happening to me all night last night, and it was horrible. I'm trying to be in a better mood though, because I'm not trying to start off this year cranky. Can we appreciate this cardigan first, because it is my favorite clothing item I own currently. It's from Urban. I will link it because everybody needs it. But anyways, last night I pulled out my 2021 planner. I got one from Passion Planner. It's my favorite one. I had one last year and it was amazing. I mean, even though there wasn't a lot to plan last year, I still used it. It's very goal oriented, and I'll kind of walk you through that. But what I wanted to do today is, your girl loves a good budget. So I'm going to show you how I budget, show you how I plan out my bills for the month, how we plan out our money for the month, our savings, blah, blah, blah. If you haven't seen my Dave Ramsey videos, I will link those at the top. You can go check those out. I talk about how we got out of debt. We don't have any debt. We don't have any car payments. We don't have any credit card payments. The only thing is our house payment, but that doesn't count as debt according to my guy Dave. So that is where we are at, and we really, really, really like to encourage other people to try and do the same thing, because it has been just amazing for us. I feel like one of the things people fight about the most is money, and we hardly ever fight about money unless it's like last month and we're spending all of it. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna budget for this month, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I'm going to try and fill you guys in with as much information as possible as I can in a short video without overwhelming you. My plan is to make these videos every month to update you on how I'm doing financially, because I have some really big financial goals. Well, not just me, my husband and I both have some really big financial goals, and I want to make sure that I'm held accountable. So in order for me to do that, I am going to keep these up. Don't worry, I already have it in my calendar, so I'm not going to forget to make these. Okay, so I'm going to show you my planner first of all, because I love it and I think it's amazing. This is the Passion Planner. I got the undated version because they were sold out of the dated version, and this is how it works. They give you, what is this called? A passion roadmap, and basically it teaches you how to plan out your goals, how to give yourself deadlines. Basically it just really encourages you to hold yourself accountable, and then throughout the year it gives you little exercises to do, and you can write down your focus, and you can write down, there's spots that you can brainstorm everything throughout the month, and I just really love it. So let's see. So I'm going to show you how I'm gonna do my budget calendar. So you can print something out like this, but I'm just gonna do it in my planner. This is the month of January. So what I have written down is, I have paydays written down every month, so I know when our money is coming in. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to write down what bills are due on what days. So I wrote down the first ones, which is our mortgage and our gym membership, comes out on the 1st. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do that throughout the whole entire month, so that I have a visual of when these bills need to be due and how much I need to have in our bank account. First thing is first, you wanna make sure that you are totally out of debt before you even try to start saving. If you think about it, if you have $10,000 in debt, but you have $10,000 in savings, how much money do you really have? Because you still owe $10,000. So this money is not yours. Does that make sense? That's how I look at it. So if you wanna learn how to pay off your debt, you can watch my other video. The next thing you're gonna do is start the envelope system. So what the envelope system is you make physical envelopes of different things that you need. For example, groceries, gas, auto envelope for anything that's wrong with your car. We have an envelope for our animals, we have a childcare envelope, we have a medical envelope, all kinds of those things. And I am going to make all new envelopes for this year, because these are a year old, and I want to kind of go over like what I really need, just give my envelopes a little bit of an update. But these are my old ones, so I'm just gonna work with these today. So basically the idea is, say you get your paycheck and it's $2,000. And you need $1,000 in there for bills. So you leave the $1,000 in bills, and then you take out the rest in cash. Then you take the cash and you disperse it throughout all of your envelopes. Say I put $60 in my gas envelope for 2 weeks, and that's all I get. So you kind of have to learn figure it out and learn how much you really need. But once this envelope is empty, I'm done. That's it. I guess gas isn't really that great of an example because you kind of need gas. But we have a clothing envelope, okay? Say I put $40 in here every 2 weeks and I've saved up and I have $100 in there and I want to go buy a $100 jacket. I buy a $100 jacket and then I have no more money in there. And guess what? I have to wait and I have to fill this envelope back up and I can't buy any new clothes until that envelope is filled up. And that's kind of how it works. So it's a really good budgeting system that we love. Basically no plastic, no debit cards, no credit cards, just envelopes. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this like short and give you just the basics of what I do to start you off because I don't want to get overwhelming. Okay, so let's review. Write down all my bills, see how much I need in my bank account, and then I'm gonna distribute the rest in cash throughout these envelopes. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what my savings goal is for the year. We wanna save $15,000 this year, and my goal this month is $2,200. So on the 31st, sorry, it's written in like, the pen is like highlighter, so it's hard to see, but I wrote down a savings goal of $2,200 by the end of this month. Before we buy anything else, everything's going into our savings. We are gonna make sure we have $2,200 in there by the end of the month. And I will update you guys if that really happened. Next tip, we are going to do a no spend January. So if it's not a necessity, we're not buying it. If we don't need it, we're not buying it. The girls don't need anything. I don't need anything. We're just putting all our money to savings and into our envelopes, and that's it. Another thing we do that might seem kind of crazy, but very smart, is we start saving for Christmas in January. So here is my Christmas envelope. I'm gonna separate this. I'm gonna put holidays in a different envelope because one of my goals for this year is to make all of our holidays really special. So I wanna make sure I have enough money to do that. So I'm just going to make a complete different envelope for all the other holidays. And then something else we do is, I think I hear a baby crying. Okay, only one baby's awake. So in our savings account we have, in our bank account we have a few different savings accounts, and one of those savings accounts is for our annual bills. So if you have something like car registration, car insurance, something that gets billed annually, total that up and then divide that between 12 months and see how much you need to save each month so that when the time comes to pay that bill, you have that money available and you can pay it right away. Another thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plan my trips and special events in advance. So I'm gonna write down everything we're doing. For example, next month we're going to Idaho, so we know we need money for that, and I'm gonna write down like holidays, I already said that, but birthdays, trips we want to take, anything like that, so I know when I need extra money in advance, because you don't want to be last minute and be digging through all your envelopes just to scrounge up some money for that trip. Another thing that's kind of fun to do is when you're using cash, anytime you get back, you can say a $1 bill or a $5 bill, just set that aside. So say you're shopping with a $20 bill and you get $3 in change, put that $3 into a separate envelope, and then at the end of the month or 2 months, however long you do it, you have an envelope full of some extra savings money, and then you can either throw that into your savings or you can distribute that into your envelopes as whatever you see fit. So I'm gonna do that also. That was my last thing that I wanted to suggest, was to print a calendar so you can write everything down and so that you have it in front of your face, because it's do you not want that? When you have something visually in front of you, it can make it a lot easier to know, like, okay, I have a bill coming up, so I need to make sure I have money in my account so I don't need to go to Starbucks 17 times this week like I normally do. Okay, you guys, and especially if we are getting our stimulus checks and you want to make sure that you don't go crazy with that. If you have some debt you need to pay off, think about putting it towards there first, or if you have savings goals, think about putting it towards there. We have one more medical bill from having Blakely. We're gonna pay that off, and then we have to fix a part in my car, so we're gonna do that also, and then the rest is going straight into our savings. So just be smart about that, because you don't want to regret it in 6 months when you're like, oh, I had that extra money, I should have done something smart with it. So anyways, that is what we are doing. I will make an updated video on the Dave Ramsey system and how exactly it works. For this video, just wanted to give you some tips to get started. I know that saving money can be daunting and like, you know, it's kind of something that you have to have the long-term goal in mind, which for me, like, I like things like right here, right now. So having like a long-term vision can be difficult, and I get that. So see if you can implement any of these things for yourself and for your family, and we're gonna try our best to do that. And I'm gonna be right by your side. I will come back and let you guys know how we are doing so far, because I do have a habit of just buying things. But one of my goals in 2021 is to just only buy things that I absolutely love. I want my house to be just full of things we love, and get rid of things that have no meaning to me and give me no joy whatsoever. So yeah, that's kind of just my tips. I am super passionate about finances and saving money and being smart about your money, because I really feel like it's something that's super important in your life. So if you found this video helpful, give me a like. Tell me in the comments something that you're gonna do to start saving or helping yourself financially. And then if you subscribe to me, I will continue to post these videos monthly to help you out with your financial journey. Obviously, it's something outside of my channel that I normally film, but I am, like I said, I'm really passionate about it, and I want to help other people get their finances in order, because hello, it's 2021. It's time. There's no better time like today. So all right, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.